things that you're willing to forget.
Like absently.
Like if you forget about it, it won't affect you in the slightest. Yeah, my version of mindless is that like it doesn't make me have to think past a certain level.
I'm not trying to analyze the plot line or no.
And to that point, maybe I'm the wrong person to ask for this, because my version of mindlessness may be like a podcast about like history. And I'll just like have it in the back, and I'm just like, oh, that's interesting about Abraham Lincoln, and then I'll just move on. And then eventually,
I might get a take of Marcus and I's face because you said that, and I was like, oh, fuck off.
Mindlessness?
Yeah, because then I'll just like like way in the future, like something will happen, and I'm like, wait, I know something about this, and then it'll just come back, and I'm like, oh, that's great, yeah. But like, no, it's mindless because I heard it, and then it's left it alone, and then I don't have to analyze it. It just becomes like a random little fact. And
Well, okay, that sort of makes sense. I know that like in Greek mythology, Medusa was like born from balls hitting water.
Okay.
And like
because you probably heard that, and because
I had a Greek mythology. I have like a podcast that I follow that I just put in the car sometimes, and I'm like, obviously their names are way too complicated to actually keep track of, and I'm not really super interested in it. But I just found out that was the case, and so whenever there's a time to talk about this, I'm gonna let somebody know.
You bring it up. You're like, I fucking know this.
I'm gonna let somebody know.
Also, think about this. And it's always so good to have you here because you can attest to like you and I's childhood. How many times, like how many phases did I go through in terms of like introduction to new things in like passing? Like let's just say, for example, you guys are like, you and Alex are like really into anime. You guys are really into like certain things that you got introduced to by me. And it wasn't like I was like heavily into it. It was just like in passing, I was digesting it, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. I like it for this and this and this and that. And after I got everything that I felt like I needed from it, I was like, oh, okay, then this is really cool too. Like, and I just kind of kept digesting things on the go. And
absolutely.
And then in passing, people were like taking it in the house because I was in the house, right?
Even when you were like, specifically on my end, I got introduced to
emo music, anime.
Yo, my scene.
I want to know what you think emo music is.
No. He would listen to like
I was like
Slipknot. He would listen to.
No, but that's not emo. But I was like,
that's like metal.
That is not emo.
I was like fully
metal.
Black Parade.
He was metal.
I was like full like first album of 30 Seconds to Mars.
But like he like
somebody I just talked to, they just found out that Jared Leto was the lead. Yeah,
we love that.
I want to remember who it was because they were mind blown. I was like, what do you mean that's what they're known for? What?
Yeah.
So you segued me into that.
Because the fucking
you segued me into that for sure, because I had a full on
The Kill.
The 30 Seconds to Mars.
I didn't really listen to 30 Seconds to Mars.
That's like pure emo right before like.
Because you got me into that, and I was young enough for it to not make sense for me to be listening to this kind of stuff. But I had a full scene moment. Like I have,
as you should,
bangs. I have pictures on my phone right now that I've sent to friends
visually, but I like.
I did the whole roar.
I fucked with it, yeah.
Roar.
I never identified with it like I never identified with it like on a visual level.
I did. I felt that.
You know what I mean? Like I was never part of the representation, but I was part of like the cultural digestion of it.
Yeah, and after that, like
I loved it, but I had Catholic, family.
Oh, my parents didn't care. I would have been. I mean, I had gauges. I had like
I wanted
rings.
I wanted gauges so bad, and my mom was like over my dead body.
Yeah, no.
Maybe when you're 18 and you can do it yourself, but not while
I just showed up with them. I was just like, and my mom was like,
I remember you showed up with all your lip piercings, and mom was like, what?
I did 2 of them myself.
Happened? You had like the spider bite.
I had like 2, and then the middle.
And the middle one. Crazy. And then he had both bars, and then he had his gauges, and it was like a whole like situation. And
I was killing.
He had long hair.
Yeah.
It's killing. I had all, but like again in passing, everything.
Very passing.
Jared Leto right now is not having a good moment because Morbius apparently sucks.
That movie. I mean, I don't have to watch it to know. Have you seen the trailer?
I was hopeful.
You're crazy.
I was hopeful. I like superhero movies. I like superhero movies and anti-hero movies, specifically anti-heroes.
We watched that trailer when we went to see the new Scream movie, and I was sitting there and I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? And at first I was like, oh, this might be it. And then the trailer kept going on, and then it ended, and I was like, that's gonna be a fucking shit show. You couldn't pay me to go watch that fucking movie. Looks awful.
I'll watch it when it streams again, but I was looking forward to like it being good.
You were literally the only person on planet Earth who was looking forward to it.
I was very looking forward to it being good, only because of like the multiverse that was introduced. And it very well
could be good, and people are just talking hella shit, but like
I do not think so.
I want to know because
people are like, yo, this shit is so bad.
Juan,
I had a coworker who was telling me about that
trailer. From the trailer, again, I haven't seen it, but you could not pay me to watch that movie. I watched the trailer and I was like, this has to be a joke.
No, I was looking forward to it.
We have got to make like some kind of rescue plan for Hollywood because we're doing badly.
I guess speaking of Hollywood, where do we land on the finale of the Chris Rock Will Smith debacle?
I thought it was interesting that
can we stop fucking talking about? I don't care anymore.
Well, it's over now, right? It's over, like kind of officially, like everything's done. Like, do we land on like? Is there something else that we have to say about the conclusion of it? No, there's nothing.
It's been said enough. Like, who cares? Who fucking cares?
10 years, he's banned.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I know, that's crazy.
But he's only banned from the show. He's only banned from like the actual like.
I thought he's banned from the Academy.
But he left.
He resigned from the Academy. Yeah. He resigned from the Academy, but all that means that was kind of performative because all the resignation from the Academy means is that he personally himself can't vote for who wins at the Oscars.
Wait, hold on. They vote?
Yeah.
No, I know that they vote, obviously, but like I thought the board of the Academy.
They are the board?
Votes.
No. The board of the Academy voted for his consequence. Is that what you're talking about?
No. Who gets an Oscar?
No, anybody that is a member of the Academy gets to vote for the movie that wins.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, so if you got what? So you can't have beef with nobody inside there because then they're gonna be like, oh, I like this person.
Ideally, you're there for the art, and you're like, yo, I'm trying to judge these things. Like,
ain't nobody gonna do that.
Well, what I was gonna say was Oscar So White makes even more fucking sense now. The fuck are y'all doing?
Oh, I don't understand.
Because if you have a fucking like organization that is mainly white people and they are the ones casting the votes.
Oh, well, I guess in that case, maybe that was her point. I never followed that movement specifically, but yeah, all the resignation from the Academy means is that he's not allowed to vote for anything that has to do like for who wins next year, right? And his banning from the actual live events means that he can't show up to any Oscars function. And anything that the Academy puts together, he can't show up for. But technically, he can still be nominated for an Oscar and he can still win. He just can't accept it there.
Oh, so they can just send it to his house.
But it kind of goes without saying that, like, if you're not allowed to go and have your moment, studios might not cast you to be part of the movie.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Whatever.
So even though it's not like a literal ban from receiving an Oscar, because I think on an artistic level they can't do that. Yeah. Like they can't. Like if you give a performance that's fucking phenomenal and you deserve to win.
I mean, they can though. Like they could.
I guess, but it just feels a little bit weird.
I don't know. I don't think it's an I guess. I think they absolutely could.
Well, they didn't do that. They just banned him from the events. So he can technically still win, but it's now highly unlikely that he would get casted for things might end up receiving Oscars anyway.
I am not worried about Will Smith's career.
No. Which, in retrospect, like people were like, "Oh, well, that's gonna affect." He is an executive
producer in like half of the shit that he stars. Like he's fine.
He like people are saying like, "Oh, like it's gonna affect his livelihood and this and that." I'm like, no, because a lot of the movies that he makes aren't Oscar worthy anyway. Yeah. Like a lot of the things that make hella money for him are not Oscar worthy anyway. Like Bad Boys isn't getting an Oscar. You know what I mean? Like, fucking like the new whatever movies he's in that like get like high traction.
I Am Legend
2 is not gonna get an Oscar.
Here's the thing. I think Will Smith though is a pretty 50-50. Like I understand what you're saying, like, but I feel like I think he makes equally entertaining movies as he does like Oscar worthy movies.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I disagree. I think he makes very entertaining movies.
I think he's that caliber of actor. Maybe not on like a Count.
He's not Denzel.
Oh, no, but nobody is.
He's not Denzel. Like Denzel was up for an Oscar for Macbeth. Like you're just not Denzel, dog. Like you know what I mean? Like you're not Daniel Day-Lewis.
But he doesn't have to. That's whatever though. Like Denzel is Denzel. Like that's what I'm saying is like I think. Yes, he makes a lot of movies that are not necessarily the kind of movies that go to the Oscars, but I think he is also the kind of actor who gives performances that would go to the Oscars. I think he's the kind of actor that could give a performance that I'd watch. That's what I mean. That's where I'm like, I don't think that's necessarily like.
Remember when Adam Sandler made Uncut Gems? Have you seen that movie?
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. He floored me in that movie.
I have not. I've heard it's a really good movie.
Gems.
You don't know what I'm talking about, right?
No, I don't know.
That's fine. About. It's better if you don't.
So he floored. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Okay, watch it. I really wanted to. Watch it because if you were just saying that you like Adam Sandler and his like really funny movies, watch this movie. You are gonna get blown away by his performance.
That's what I heard. Like people
Oscar worthy, 100%. That man, wow. Holy fucking crap.
Yeah.
I think if Will Smith gave a performance like that, it wouldn't be like a wow moment because the juxtaposition to like his other performances and entertainment aren't like incredibly far off.
Yeah,
when you think about like Happy Gilmore to Uncut Gems, you're like, fuck me, dog. Like where did that come from? You know what I mean?
Whereas I think Will Smith,
but when you think about like Independence Day to like
I'm thinking
King
Pursuit
Richard
of Happiness
or Pursuit of Happiness to
like,
you know what I mean?
I'm thinking those two. I'm like those
that's
are
better.
My,
that's a much better
those
one.
Are my and to be fair, like those are my that's my spectrum because those are two movies that I watch like religiously like growing up.
Yes, that's a much better example.
I have Pursuit of Happiness and then I have Hitch. I'm like that's like